I've gathered all of the metal we need for Keenfire. I'm ready to depart.
You nod and then look her solemnly in the eyes.
Once we set off, stay in the background, keep out of fights, and avoid all danger.
The female dwarf's expression darkens.
Shall we engage in a trial fight, Mr. Dwarf?
No, Bifracus. No, I know that female dwarves can fight. It's because of the axe. You're the only one who can forge it. If something happens to you, we won't be able to stop Nod on.
The face of the smith relaxes, and then a smile appears on her lips.
I can look after myself.
Gerade noch so gerettet. Das war knapp.
Greetings, Queen Zamtis.
The queen bows her head slightly, prompting you to speak.
Okay. Na schade, sind die anderen nicht da. Funk und so. Dachte, die Zahl wären vielleicht hier oben. Okay. Entschuldigt die Frage, aber ich habe nie von einer Zwergenkönigin gelesen. Tja.
Please excuse me for asking, Your Highness, but how is it that a queen is sitting on the firstling throne?
The queen smiles. She has clearly been expecting the question.
It began with an argument. My father valued my mother's advice, but disputed her ability to lead the kingdom. This frustrated her, and she demanded the chance to prove the contrary. In the end, they agreed that my mother would govern the firstlings for 14 orbits. During this time, there was an attack by trolls, and my mother put them to flight with cunning and bravery. When my father demanded the throne again, she defied him, and the clans followed her. The other kingdoms were appalled and refused to receive my mother, but our kingdom saw that she was a good queen, and when she died 230 cycles ago, the people demanded that I should follow her onto the throne.
Ja, interessant. Das ist also die Geschichte. Okay, und die anderen Stämme sind schuld.
Is everything ready for our journey to the kingdom of the Fiflings?
We have provided wagons for you and your companions. Are your preparations complete?
Oder warte, gab es hier Händler? Aber wir konnten ja nicht durch die Türen gehen, oder?
Yes, we are ready.
The queen nods slowly.
Rally your companions. I will march east with my host, but don't be misled. The fate of the perished land is in your hands, not mine. May you succeed and return unhurt. Vrakas be with you.
Okay.
The plains of Tibain are the most fertile in Girdlegard, and rightly give the kingdom its nickname of the breadbasket. The east of the land has been in revolt since the perished land advanced, and the peace seems to have broken in the heartland too, as a group of strangers crawl out of a hole in the ground.
Why don't we just look for a tunnel that hasn't collapsed?
And what if we don't find one? If we're overground, we at least know that there's a way, even if it's dangerous. Let's go.
Okay, wieder eingestürzt. Na, ist ja toll. Was, das ist gut, dass ich geht. Was soll das heißen? Okay. Okay. Ciao, Leute, konnten wir nicht reden. Keine Ahnung, wo du warst. Das ist Level 9, okay. Level 10. Buffergord trinkt das Gebräu aus einem Trinkschlauch und hält sich damit stark. Okay, interessant. Warum nicht? Kostet es 11. Gruppe hinzugefügt, okay. So, das heißt, der muss nichts essen. Okay. Ach, ne, stimmt, der ist ja nicht dabei. Habe ich vergessen. Stimmt. Ah, wie schade. Okay. 10, 35, 10, okay. Ich verstehe das ja nicht mit den Beziehungen. Dass es wieder rauf und runter geht. Okay. Was sollst du nehmen? Ich würde sagen, vielleicht das hier mit den Spezialattacke. Wo ist denn das? Ja, wo ist das denn? Da. Genau das. Du nimmst das da, genau. Du nimmst auch das. Du hast das da, okay. Gut. Na schön. So, wir sitzen aus hier. Wir müssen dorthin, okay. Haben hier Grüßhacker, okay. Hier ist nix. Fragezeichen, Fragezeichen und ein paar Orte. Gut. Gehen wir die mal besuchen. So, na dann, los geht's.
Acre is, contrary to what the name suggests, a large city. If Rodario is to be believed, more than 70,000 people live here, a number that you find it hard to even imagine. But while you walk through the streets, you don't doubt that it's the truth. Never before have you seen such huge masses of people.
If we are looking for somewhere to quench our thirst or for a roof over our heads, then I would recommend the Golden Well Tavern. And we can find everything we need for the rest of our journey at the big market. Just say where you want to go, Tungdil, and I'll show you the way.
Ah, danke, ist aber nett. Okay, eine richtige Stadt, interessant. Gehen jetzt mal dahin.
The big market at the city's south gate certainly lives up to its name. You have never seen a market on such a scale. Stands, large and small, as far as the eye can see. Everything you could possibly need can be found here, as well as plenty of things that seem to have no use at all. While you push your way through the crowd to get to the trader Rodario wants to introduce to you, you overhear two peasants talking about elves.
No, I tell ya, it was elves. Pale skin, pointy ears.
Yeah, something strange is going on these days. Old Trundlewood from down Acre Hill way said he saw some pointy ears too. Come to think of it, where's he been all week?
Here we are.
Rodario's sudden announcement draws your attention away from the locals, to the tent that you're now standing in front of.
Welcome to Brand's Potpourri. Whatever your heart may desire, I can supply.
Brennt's allerlei. Ist ja schön. Zeig mal, was du hast. Allerlei Zeugs, Proviant, dankeschön. Das kaufe ich mal, danke. Was hast du denn noch? Hört den Schaden bei Spezialattacken um 60%. Hui. Talisman der Initiative. Kampf für einen zusätzlichen Aktionspunkt alle 2 Sekunden. Okay. Deutlich weniger Schaden. Bei Völker vom Angriff 10% Chance, 20% Lebenspunkte zu regenerieren. Okay. Das wäre ja nicht schlecht. Das nehme ich. Schön. Okay. Gewährt im Kampf einen zusätzlichen Aktionspunkt. Okay. Wir könnten ja mal ein bisschen verkaufen, oder? So, dankeschön. Wollen wir das da loswerden. Das da. Das da, dankeschön. Okay. Das würde ich noch gerne kaufen. Hä? Hä? Ah, jetzt habe ich es erhalten. Okay, ich dachte schon. Okay, muss jetzt das da bestätigen und dann bekomme ich das Geld. Das ist ja ein bisschen komisch. Alle 2 Sekunden. Na, ich nehme dich noch mit. Gut. Okay, das hätten wir.
You follow Rodario through the lively streets until he reaches a run-down 2-story building. You hope that this dump isn't the tavern that Rodario recommends. You prepare yourself for the worst, but the inside of the tavern surprises you all. The walls are clad with dark, finely ornamented wood. The floor is clean, the tables are weighed down with good food, and a hot fire is burning in the fireplace. One should never judge a book by its cover. The guests look you over, full of curiosity, and many nod a greeting. The haggard woman behind the bar greets you loudly.
Rodario, you old rogue! What are you doing here? And you've got dwarves with you! I don't see one my whole life and then several come along in the same month.
We are on an important mission, Madame Flori, and could do with a place to stay the night.
Rodario introduces you and negotiates a good price for a few beds and a night's lodgings.
Na schön. Na, ist gut, ist er dabei. Schön.
Sorry for asking, but you said you'd seen some other dwarves recently.
You're thinking of Gandagar's group and wonder whether they might have reached the kingdom of the Fifthlings already.
Yes, a nice bloke from the west. Paid for his room for a month in advance and then disappeared. Travelling lights.
The landlady's expression darkens.
That was 3 weeks ago. If he doesn't come back soon, I'll have to release the room.
Okay, interessant. Schleicht doch in das Zimmer des Zwergs.
You give Namora a sign and sneak onto the first floor. The half-elf appears moments later. To your surprise, she has Balandis with her, who must have caught something of what was said.
I want to know who the dwarf who is sneaking around here is. Perhaps he belongs to Gandagar's group.
After apologizing to various guests for intruding, you are left with just one untried door. Namora picks the lock, and you enter the room unseen. The room is bigger than all the rooms in the tavern you have seen so far, and all just for one guest. There are maps, various pieces of notepaper, and 3 notebooks on the table.
Also nur ein Zwerg, ein einziger Gast.
The notes are partly written in Dwarvish, and partly in the language of humans. The 3 of you scan through them, until Balandis draws your attention to a map, on which the route from the kingdom of the Firstlings to the kingdom of the Fifthlings is marked.
What would make a firstling travel to the perished land, or even to the kingdom of the Fifthlings?
You believe you've found an explanation.
Here, this letter. I have found a way, but I don't know if I will return safely with Star Slasher. That's why I leave to you, dear Barris, my notes, may you, and so on.
Star Slasher?
You have come across this name in the notes a few times already, but you just shrug your shoulders and throw the letter back onto the table in disappointment. You had hoped to have found out some news on the whereabouts of the other group.
A sword. Apparently it was given to Giselbert I and I by a caravan travelling from the other lands. It seems we're dealing with a treasure hunter.
Ach so. Okay, interessant. Da haben sie ja vielleicht einen Weg gefunden, wo wir hingehen können und das mitnehmen. Okay, schlafen müssen wir nicht. Okay, das war's. Hier ist nix. Na, schade. Okay, wo sind wir denn hier? Ah, ich glaube hier war... Ah, hier war das hier, okay. Jetzt sind wir da drüben. Okay. Na schön. Gehen wieder mal weiter. So, kleinen Moment. So, das kann ich gerne ihm geben. Dass er damit mir Schaden macht. Ich glaube, ich gebe es ihm. Zusätzlich noch ein Aktionspunkt, alle 2 Sekunden. Könntest eigentlich du gebrauchen. Kannst du immer schön zuhauen. Okay. Na dann, gehen wir mal dahin zuerst. Hackberg, okay. Okay, mal schauen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Könnten dann entweder dahin gehen. Und dann so. Und dann hier hin. Und dann so hin. Okay, machen wir es so.
You are woken with a jolt in the middle of the night by a blood-curdling scream. You look around in panic and see that the others have been woken too, but only Geralda has beads of sweat on her brow. She's breathing heavily. Concerned, you go over to her.
I can remember. The Alfar. They are doing experiments on the children of the Smith. We have to save them.
Was? Experimente an den Kindern des Schmieds. Was? Und sie experimentieren, da müssen wir helfen. Ja, wo denn?
Alpha? Experiments? What are you talking about?
I can remember everything. Or at least some of it. I know that I was taken prisoner by the Alfar, along with other dwarfs. They experimented on us and I somehow escaped.
Where was this exactly?
They are here, nearby. It was a village, I think.
An Alfar village in Tabain? Doesn't sound very likely.
Könnte doch nur getan sein. Denn darin sind die ja gut. Okay, na müssen wir ihnen helfen. Stimmt.
By Vracus, if the Alpha are experimenting on dwarves, we can't just ignore it. We have to free the prisoners. We can't save the world if we ignore the suffering right in front of our eyes. We will help Geralda.
Boendal and the others accept your decision. Geralda nods at you gratefully.
Okay, wo sind das jetzt? Matt. Was stimmt, ich sollte das mal lesen, hab ich ja ganz vergessen, verdammt. Ihr musstet die Tunnel verlassen, da die Gleise immer schlechter wurden und euch immer mehr eingestürzte oder einsturzgefährdete Tunnel erwarteten, je näher ihr dem Grauen Gebirge und dem Toten Land kamt. Den Rest des Weges bis zu den 5. müsst ihr überirdisch zurücklegen. Ach, jetzt hab ich da vergessen, den Rest zu lesen, so ein Mist. Albische Experimente. Laut Geralda experimentieren irgendwo in der Nähe Albae an Zwergen. Dasselbe hält sich für ein Resultat dieser Experimente. Während die Herstellung der Feuerklinge Vorrang haben muss. Den ertragenden Zwergen in Not nicht zu helfen. Okay, ein Dorf in der Nähe. Warte mal. Könnte es vielleicht hier sein? In der Nähe? Hier? Hier? Okay, hier ist nichts. Gut, dann, da. Festung der 5. Okay, es muss eins in den Dörfern da vorne sein. Eins von diesen 3. So. Gehen wir jetzt mal dahin. Okay. Hackberg.
When you reach Acre Hill, there isn't a single villager in sight. An uneasy feeling creeps over you, which finally turns into certainty when you see red paintings on the walls of the houses.
Alpha.
Okay, ist es hier? Was verbrennt die Gebeine und wascht das Blut weg? Lass mal das genau betrachten.
The pictures painted in blood tell the horrifying story of how the Alfar came to the village and killed the inhabitants. You also find a few elaborately carved bones, some larger ones, like those of humans, some smaller and stronger, like those of dwarves. When you reach the other end of the village, disgust is written in the faces of your companions. None of you says a word.
Was? Steht dein Gefährten die Abscheu ins Gesicht geschrieben. Also wegen das, was sie gesehen haben, okay.
As expected, you don't find any survivors. But there are also no undead. The perished land has not yet advanced this far. You discover some footprints on the northern edge of the village.
It was orcs. Looks as though they waited here while the pointy ears wreaked havoc in the village. It seems like they moved on towards the north.
Nach Norden. Okay, interessant. So, alles verbrennen hier und zerstören.
You gather all the bones you can find together and burn them. You wash over the paintings with water from the well. You weren't able to prevent this gruesome incident, but you don't want to leave a single trace of it behind.
Mhm. Na, das ist keine Kunst, das kann weg. Das muss weg. So. Tja, gehen wir mal dahin.
You walk through the villages that once blossomed, but are now deserted due to the advance of the parish land. The colour has drained away from the wood of many of the houses, just as it has from the countryside itself. A carpet of withered plants rustles and crackles under your feet. You don't know if the parish land can ever be driven away again, and even if it can, it is questionable whether people will ever live here again. You sigh, and try to drive these dark thoughts away from your mind.
Okay, können wir nichts tun. Na schön. Gehen wir dahin.
Ooh, do you smell that? Come! Oik, oik!
Without even waiting for you, Tungdil runs over the hill and disappears behind it. You follow him, and as you reach the brow, you see a very strange scene before you.
Okay, und was? Ah, wieder Picky Snouts. Schön.